Hi everyone, welcome back to styleoblender, and today's tutorial is about a quick top that you can wear with jeans, and this design is going to look super nice on girls, but you can try it for yourself too. I hope you won't be disappointed. So let's begin with the tutorial. So for this you can use an old top of the girl that you are making top for, or you can use these measurements. This is I am making for 6 to 7 years old girl, but my girl is tall and she's a little chubby, so it might fit to 7 to 8 years, depends. Anyways, let's begin with the marking. So the length of the top is 25 inches. You can take more or less, is up to your taste. Shoulders are 5.75 inches. Armhole length is 5.5 inches. Chest 8 inches. For the waist, I will mark on 12 inches from the top. This is standard marking for waist, and for fittings I will mark on 7.5 inches. And for the bottom of the dress, I will take all the fabric, which is 10 inches on fold, then join all the marks. Then mark 1 inches extra for seam allowance, but you can take half an inch too. It's up to you for seam allowance I'm talking about. For the neckline, the width is 2.25 inches on fold. Front neckline depth is 3 inches or 3.5 inches. Back neckline depth is 2.5 inches. I'm not inserting any zipper or any button strip. Mark a little wider for the neckline width. And for armhole cutting, I will be marking on 1 inches from the corner, and then I will cut the fabric. Now cut your fabric and don't forget to cut the shoulder slope, which is 0.25 inches. Now I am taking this solid navy blue color, and my fabric is thin georgette, but it's really soft and it's really flowy. So the key here is flowy for the fabric. It doesn't matter what kind of fabric you're going to use, just make sure it has a nice flow in it. I'm using my old scarf here. Now I am going to place my printed cut fabric on top of this solid color fabric. My solid color fabric is on fold, and I made 2 folds, one for front and one for back. Now watch carefully here. The length of the solid color fabric is shorter than the printed fabric. My solid fabric length is 20 inches, which is 5 inches shorter than the printed fabric. Now from the folded side of the solid fabric, I left 2.5 inches and then place my printed top. You can take more if you want more flare or gathers on your top. After that, pin your fabric together and cut it. Now it's time to cut the sleeves. If you're a beginner and you don't know how to cut the sleeves shape, then just place your armhole cutting on top of your sleeves fabric and just follow the line of armhole curve and cut it. This is the most easiest method to cut the sleeves. The total length I want for my sleeves is 14 inches. I'm taking 10 inches of printed fabric and 4 inches of solid fabric to give my sleeves a little bit of frill design. To make the sleeves frill, I will be cutting on 5 inches of length, and width should be 2 times more than the wrist fitting. Now for the stitching part. I sew the longest stitch on my sewing machine to create gathers and pin the solid color fabric on my printed fabric. Next, I will pull the thread of neckline on my solid fabric to create gathers. Then I will pin that on printed fabric too and sew it. Now my front and back is ready, and I also sew the shoulders too. I also attach the solid fabric frill too on the sleeves. Now I am going to sew the sleeves with my top. Mark the midpoint of the sleeves, then pin it with the top and sew it together. After that, mark for the sleeves fittings. Mine is 4 inches and sew it from inside and sew everything together. I'm not attaching any zipper or button strip in this top. That's why I marked little wider for my neckline. You can go up to 3 inches. It depends on how your child likes it. And if you don't want to make a wider neckline, then you can attach the zipper on the side. Once you're done stitching for the fittings, all you have to do is cut the extra fabric and you can go ahead and do the overlock. Now for the neckline, I'm just going to use the printed strip, which I will cut on bias, and then I will just sew it like a piping. And here is the final result. My daughter wore it and she loved it, and as you can see, it's nice and flowy. She wore it with tights, and she also wore it with the same matching pants I stitched for her with the skirt, which I will be sharing in my next video. But for this one, that's it, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. And follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Take care, you all. Happy sewing. Bye now.